Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to some Arma 3 King of the Hill. This time I thought I'd run you through the best perks, the best weapons, and the best gear setup to help you stay alive and help you win the fight in the AO. Now, starting off, you won't have a lot of choices for the specialist or the clothing and sort of thing. Like these are all level 70s stuff and so on. The best thing to go for is the specialist in Blue 4. This is Blue 4, so each team's different. Blue 4 being the specialist or the specialist UK. It doesn't matter, whichever one you prefer. Now, that's going to give you 10% movement speed and a slight piece of armor in the chest region, and I think a little bit around the legs. No head armor, so be cautious of that, of where you stick your head and all that. Now, the regular rifleman's very good as well, but you don't have that movement speed. Recon, just 20% movement speed, no armor. Spec Ops is good, but like there's a hell of a lot of armor, but you're so slow, it's not gonna matter. Like it really does not fucking matter that you've got that much armor because you're so slow to move around the field. But these are, like once you get higher up and you can unlock more, there are better options. It's really up to you. But for general purpose use, specialists are the better to go for. Now, perk setups. You want to run ammo. You want to run medic. And you want to run fatigue. Now, why ammo, medic, and fatigue? Well, ammo, you want as much ammo as you possibly can. Yes, you can pick up dead bodies, but that means you have to move around and loot in open areas, obviously, because most of the people you're going to kill are in open areas, because that's how you get most of your kills, idiots that just run across the road. Fatigue, so you don't have to worry about running out of stamina, and you always get a nice straight aim. Medic, to give yourself, if you take damage, which you will take damage, be sure of that, is so you've got more first aid kits for yourself. But also, just in case you do need to revive a friendly nearby, it'll be quick and it'll be fast. So that's another important thing. Now, loadout. These are... loadout. So I'm not going to go for 7.62. We're going to go for something that you'll unlock early on and something very efficient. It's a Katiba. It's a 6.5mm. It's a 2 to 3 shot kill for most people, except for the very well armored guy. It's probably like 4 to 5 shots. But other than that, you'll still pump out enough rounds in the time that, because he's so slow moving. I use the RCO. It doesn't really matter what sight you have. It's just the RCO is more preferred for me. But that's the best perk and gear setup for Blue 4. Now we're going to move on to Op 4. Alrighty. So, Op 4 side. Basically the same thing again, except the specialist. It's still the same name, specialist. Like it is... Sorry. The gear. It is called specialist. There's urban and there's regular specialist. Urban's probably the better looking one, to be honest. But the regular specialist fits in with the surroundings a lot better. Now, Op 4 specialists have a lot more armor rating than Blue 4. I don't know why. I'm not sure what the... Like, obviously he's wearing a lot more gear, but he's still got the same speed, movement, and the same... he's actually got a lot more armor. He's got neck and he's got pelvis. See, Blue 4s only have chest, abdomen, and diaphragm. Now, even with the abdomen, diaphragm, and chest, they've still got an extra 7 points to armor. I can't explain why, but I can tell you that that's probably why most people, or you'll see Op 4 stacked a lot. You always see Op 4 stacked over any other team. Occasionally you'll see a different team be stacked, but same perks as usual. So fatigue, medic, and ammo. or usual, is the best thing to go for. Is it'll help you get around the battlefield and it'll help you be quick, help you be fast, and it'll make sure you can stay in. Loadout again, same as usual. Katiba, RCO. That's just my personal preference. It doesn't matter what scope you go for. The AMS is probably the best one to go for, but I personally prefer the RCO with this. Okay, so now we're on independent. The clothing setup you're going to want to go for is... So Rifleman's good, but he hasn't got the speed bonus. Specialist 1 is good. He's probably the best in any of the teams. Opt for independent or blue for the simple fact that he has 17 chest, 17 abdomen, and 17 diaphragm, and he's got that 10% speed bonus. Now, why do I always go for the speed bonus as well as like a little bit of armor instead of fully armored? It's because the speed bonus, man, it's so hard to hit someone when they're running full pelt sideways. As you know, like if someone who's wearing Spec Ops is running full pelt, like that's not very slow, is it? That's almost like you're constantly fatigued sort of thing. And it's just, although you do look cool as fuck, I will give it that. And you look bulky and mean, but you're a big target and you will not get past the street you're trying to cross. Whereas the specialist, I can take 2 or 3 bullets fine, and I'm a hell of a lot quicker. So that's the general way it works with all teams. Now, obviously each team's got a little bit of different armor. Independent's armor's a hell of a lot better for the specialist. That's why I prefer to play on independent, because of his armor. The weapon setups, like obviously once you get higher levels, this is like an all-round general low level, high level tip or help or how-to sort of thing. But as a general all-round thing, the Katiba is probably one of the better things, and it is interchangeable. Like instead of running, say, medic, you can run explosives, which means you'll have your underbarrel grenade launcher, which does work with the Katiba. You can have... Oh, wrong one. You can have launcher. Oh, that was the wrong one. Launcher instead of medic as well. That way you'll be able to take out vehicles. Like I usually play on a infantry only, so I only have to take out light vehicles, so I don't worry about like the AA or anything unless I'm playing a like a full server of like everything unlocked. But medic's always going to be interchangeable. Medic's just a more if you're sitting in the AO and trying to gain points for your team to win. You can run silencer as well as launcher. But the best thing to run is probably launcher or medic for the two most general best things to use while you're in the AO. As for that's about all I can really say. I'm gonna do another one on how to survive in the AO. Especially because I see, you know, obviously people jump in, they die, they jump in, they die, and they don't really live. Like, you can stay alive through the whole mission if you try hard enough. And even if you get downed, you can just wait for a res. Depends whether you're playing with friends or not. But yeah. Anyway, I hope this slight how-to helped. If it did, please leave a like below and subscribe. That would be muchly appreciated. And as usual, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.